world-1.net. The Flintstones.
Surprise at Dinosaur Peak. Woo! Now, this game was a Blockbuster exclusive, so the only way anyone ever got it was they either stole it from Blockbuster because they rented it and never gave it back, or when Blockbuster phased out Nintendo games, they bought them.
They sold them.
Yeah. This is one of the more rare games I have in my collection. Honestly, it's actually pretty good. I like it. It's actually better than the first game.
The way I acquired Double Dragon was this way. I rented it, and I was like, hey, yeah, we lost it. How much? And then that's how Shane got that really rare Mega Man game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Yeah.
Now, when you say better than the first game or whatever, is there more than one Flintstones title?
There's clearly a one before this one.
Okay.
It's called The Rescue of Dino and Hoppy or something weird.
Was that also exclusive, or was that a normal?
No, that was normal release.
You know, I wish I'm gonna try to internet some like.
Whoa! Why'd you switch to
marketing stuff? I find this curious. Like, I'd like to maybe with the post put in like about the marketing of how it's an exclusive and blah blah blah. That seems interesting.
In order to change, you hit select, and you'll become Barney. Barney can do the like the high wire like tightrope little shimmy shuffle thing.
Okay.
Fred cannot. Barney cannot jump up on ledges. Fred can. So that's pretty much it. Those are the generally you want to pick up Fred, because if you hold the button, you see on the right there's like it says POW. That's like your power, so you can hold it and get like a super powered like little club hit or whatever. Barney has a slingshot, so you can shoot enemies from far away.
Okay. Now, other question. Was this before or after Sonic and Tails and Sonic and Knuckles?
I couldn't tell you, honestly.
Do you share a life bar, or do you have two individual ones?
Yes, you do share a life bar.
Okay.
So this is basically the crux of the story. You're Fred and you're Fred and was it Pebbles and Bam Bam? They get stuck on
the side of lava.
Yeah, they get stuck on the other side of the lava, so they have to stop the lava in order to get back to Pebbles and Bam Bam.
I don't know, Wilma. We're just shitty parents, okay?
Do you remember when they used to like have like giant cigarettes and they would like pawn cigarettes on kids?
Yeah, well, apparently, because the Flintstones was aimed at the first. It was like the first cartoon for adults.
Yeah.
And like in the 50s, the black and white ones. If you dig up on YouTube, I don't know if they get pulled down or not, but there's a bunch of like Winston. I don't go home without smoking a smooth, refreshing Winston cigarette.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Which, I mean, I agree.
I did like this little green alien guy. I thought it was stupid evident.
Oh, Gazoo?
I mean, especially like if a baby's crying, you blow some cigarette smoke in its face. It totally mellows out, dude. By the way, this is a beautiful sound effect.
Why is this damn futuristic thing?
Maybe the pterodactyl can help you out. Come on, Barney. Let's go.
There's not a moment to lose.
Even though it took me so fucking long to say that.
So basically, I mean, so this is the meat and potatoes.
Look, Dongo from Zelda.
Yeah, this is the meat and potatoes of the game. You just have to, I mean, my forte, you go from left to right and survive.
Am I thinking of Irem? Wasn't Hudson affiliated with Taito, or was that Irem?
I don't know.
I'm really channeling Adventure Island on this shit.
You and Adventure Island.
I do bring that up a lot, don't I?
Yeah.
I'm working on Adventure Island. I've beaten the first one, but it was very difficult, and I actually had to continue, so
I would actually like to get some more TurboGrafx 16 games, but they are fucking expensive.
Well, if you can get Bonk's Adventure on it, that would be a good one for you guys to play. It's a really fun game.
Oh, I already have Bonk's Adventure. I played that forever.
I have
need
the
Revenge,
NES
and I'd need the Space Bonk or whatever.
Yeah, I've been working on Bonk's Adventure on Nintendo for a little while, so
Never
hopefully
played it on Nintendo.
Yeah, hopefully I can get that one together.
Bum bum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum ba-dum bum 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 boop 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 boop. Bonk on TurboGrafx is awesome. Great game.
Yeah, I never played it.
Beautiful game. At least for the time, like for what it was, beautiful game.
Yeah. Well, I think we've talked about it before. Like, I personally think that the Sega Master System was better than the NES.
Agreed. The games are better looking.
They look
control in a lot of
fantastic.
games isn't as good though.
Yeah, the control could have been helped, but I mean, just color-wise, like the Master System was just it was the best. It looked the best.
The colors are much better. Even in like the games where they were clearly overstepping their reach, like Altered Beast and stuff, still.
It was still comparable. Like it didn't look bad.
Good. A lot of the games look good.
Yeah. So this is the bonus area. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just skip it because it doesn't really matter. I don't die. But yeah, I don't like. In the past few months, I've really been getting into the Master System and like the games that it's had. And I still think that the Master System is superior. It just didn't have the support.
No, most of all the A-list games are Sega games. They didn't have the third-party support.
Yeah. There was only, I think, 115 games made for the Master System.
That's not a lot.
That's compared to
500 NES games.
800.
Ugh. Yeah.
800 NES games.
8 times the games, literally.
Yeah, literally 8 times the support that they had.
And granted, some of those, and a lot of those 115, some of them are turds. There were some turds. Ghostbusters. Ugh.
But even Ghostbusters was, if you compare the two games, like the Master System version and the Nintendo version, the Master System version was definitely better.
I do want to get the new Ghostbusters game for Genesis because I never got that as a kid.
Oh, it is
I've heard it's
good.
one of the best games ever made.
It is so fun. It's really good. They have of all the Ghostbusters games, that's the only game that actually no.
Where they have the big heads. It's a top 25 of all time game.
Yeah,
generally, if you go through.
Oh yeah, it's a good game. The only issue I have is that they don't have Winston in the game. The only Ghostbusters game besides like the newest one, I think it was like 2009 that it came out, was
which was actually good, by the way.
Yeah, it was called the New Ghostbusters. It came out. It was a PAL formatted game, European exclusive. That actually had Winston in it.
Interesting.
But the Master System version and the Nintendo version of Ghostbusters did not have Winston in the game. Nor did Ghostbusters 2. Did not have Winston in the game. I think it was called the New Ghostbusters. That had Winston in it, and that was the PAL exclusive.
Remember, there was the knockoff Ghostbusters.
Are you talking about the GameCube people?
No, not like Luigi's Mansion. There, like cartoon-wise, there was the Ghostbusters that's based off the movie with Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd and all the guys. But there was also this other Ghostbusters show, and it was like a total like ripoff. But I think
the real Ghostbusters. It was
like a copyright fighter. I don't know, something.
No, they actually made a game on the GameCube based on that new series.
Really?
Yes, they did. from what I remember was that you were one of the guy's kids. I'm not sure which one you were, but like you're one of the kids, and like that was like the new Ghostbusters.
Interesting. I know the Xbox game is excellent. You even get to go to a hotel and
yeah,
that was a good fucking game.
Yeah, I really liked it. The only problem I had with it was not even gameplay. It was there was a glitch in the achievements to where you couldn't get all the ghosts.
Yeah, no, they fixed it, but they didn't patch the achievement list.
Yeah, well, yeah, like they
Over
fixed
my
it
head,
and like.
And I'm tuned out.
Yeah, but yeah,
That's
so.
why I have 965 on it. I can't get 1,000 on it.
Yeah, I'm in your boat.
Fags.
From what I.
Awesome game. Love the game.
Yeah, it was very fun. From what I understand, there was a patch that came out, and if you got the patch, you basically had to basically redo all your work that would constitute you getting the other ghosts in the multiplayer mode.
Yep.
And I honestly, I mean, by the time the patch came out, I had already given the game up because it was broken. So I don't have it anymore.
Which, in your defense, is the right thing to do, because fuck them, make a good game.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it was an awesome game. They just didn't do the.
I know, they done good.
Yeah, they done
That was
good.
a good game. Like, fun.
But
So, yeah, some of those Master System games, though, they're a little rough around the edges.
Well, one of my favorites was Choplifter. I told you about
not
that.
bad. I like Super Thunderblade more on Genesis.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But Choplifter, it's macabre too. Like, all these motherfuckers are dying and shit. You're like, well, how many can I get? It's
yeah, that's what makes it awesome. Like you just. Yeah.
what's that? I never heard of it. What is it?
Oh, it's a fun ass game. It's an old Commodore Amiga game.
Yeah, so basically you're a helicopter, and you have to go from base to base, and you have to like. You go to a base and you have to land, and then everyone jumps into your little helicopter, and then you have to go back to the home place. But you just have to like do that 4 or 5 times per level, and there's like things attacking you and stuff.
Now, one thing I will mention to just go over and get anybody, well, the 5 people who are actually paying attention, they're either going to get really into this or just tune out completely. A lot of the Amiga Commodore 64 games ended up kind of getting remade on, it seemed like Sega more than NES.
Yep.
How come they never did Beast?
I don't even know what that is. To be honest with you, I never had the Commodore 64 or the Amiga, so.
Beast on Amiga was like, at the time, probably the most graphically amazing side-scroller ever made. It was the first game to employ these, like, you know in the Ninja Gaiden cinemas, how they do like that layering where there's a bunch of different layers and it creates this crazy, like, you know, like long-moving, almost camera effect where, you know, it seems like the front's moving really fast and the back's moving really slow, and it makes this huge. Well, Beast did that for like the whole thing, and the graphics were like really good. And I just remember they had that and like Three Stooges, and it seemed like more of those games ended up ported over to Sega, never to the NES or to the Super Nintendo, or, you know. And by the only one that I really know of that made all platforms was probably the Three Stooges.
Yeah, even that game was kind of a bummer. Like that game was okay, but it wasn't very good.
No, it wasn't that good. But the first, it was out years and years before on the Amiga, and at the time it was super impressive just because the heads were big and they looked really good, and also like Ghostbusters for the Genesis was kind of modeled after that with the big heads and the guys moving around. It's
more of the caricature look. Like, it wasn't
borrowing, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, like I said, like the Genesis Ghostbusters is probably one of the best games I've ever played.
I haven't gotten it yet. I gotta find that. If I don't ever had it, but yeah.
Yeah, it is very good. It's a really, really fun game. I remember you told me that you picked up Dragon's Lair on Nintendo.
Yes.
I would love to hear your reaction on it, and like I said, please don't look up an FAQ on it. Just try to play it.
Okay.
Because I honestly want. I'm not gonna say. I'm just gonna say that
my first impression was like, this was a CD Laserdisc
exactly,
game.
Yeah.
So what the like? Because I know the game sucked. I had Dragon's Lair on my first MacBook. My MacBook, PowerBook, 165C, and I bought a CD drive for it, and I got some shitty Star Wars game and Dragon's Lair, and the actual game was fucking awful. You just go from cinema scene to cinema scene, which is kind of cool, but the real game, there's nothing to it. You kind of jump here and jump there, and then another cinema scene, and then do a left or right, and another cinema scene, and it's not really a game. It's more like an interactive movie.
Yeah, it's a movie. Yeah.
On an NES, I don't see how that could possibly work.
Yeah, well, just like like I said, I mean, just play it, and then I eagerly await your response to it, because honestly, I think it's gonna be funny to me. Just to me, I think it's gonna be funny.
All right, that's fine. I've got to actually, I just got to get another NES and another set of pins so I can fix the one that I have up north. But I would like to have one down here and maybe move all my retro games up to my studio.
Yeah, well, if you're gonna spend any kind of money, I would just suggest to find a top loader somewhere, because I think it's super reliable and it plays everything.
I'm gonna ask that guy to help me find one. He found one. He got it for like $85.
Yeah, that's about par for the course as far as.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that is par. Those are they're not cheap.
Yeah, they're not. And they're not easy to find.
Those multi-system things, they suck. You said the color reproduction doesn't work.
On some games, the colors are kind of messed up. Okay. I know for sure. I have one called Yobo, and it plays Genesis and NES. Yeah. And Dick Tracy is all messed up. It's a complete mess on it.
Okay.
Odds are, like, the mainstream games are actually probably fine, but I mean, just for me,
here and there, you're gonna get burned.
Yeah, like, I mean, for me, I'm a big original hardware kind of guy, so I'd rather spend the money.
You're like when I play guitar, instead of using my pod tone box, you'd rather have a real pedal.
Yeah. I mean,
I have that with like DVDs too.
What does this Switch have anything to do with anything, by the way?
Nothing. None of the enemies have anything.
Flintstones property. Now let's just make a bunch of shit up.
Basically, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm at the end now. This is the only part that has any bearing on the story.
But like, no, like when I buy DVDs, like they put like 2 or 3 on one disc. I don't like that. I'd rather have them individual, so they each have their case.
Yeah, actually, at the Goodwill, I picked up, it's 7 Bruce Lee movies in like a Bruce Lee movie set.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. It's like, it's in a big old box. Like each box like is a part of the artwork, and it's all completed. It's pretty cool. I got that. I picked up the old 1930s like Dracula movie, the silent black and white movie.
Nosferatu or Dracula?
Dracula.
Okay.
And the 3 Caballeros from Disney.
Oh God, tell Shane about what some asshole scored at a thrift store.
Oh my God! Oh my goodness! All right, so you know about the stadium events for Nintendo, Shane? Like how rare it is, like.
Yeah, it's at what, like $2,800 or some shit.
Yeah, all right. So, that's cartridge alone, $2,800, give or take.
Yeah.
Some guy or some person in North Carolina found it at a Goodwill. Box manual game, all mint condition, $7.99.
Not $799.
No, $7.99.
Yeah, no, I mean, that sounds like us here, man, because there's just so many people that just don't follow that shit around here.
Oh, the first thing I said is, like, do you think their cheeks got all flushed like they were stealing something when they gave them the money? Like, here's a 10, keep the change, give me the fucking game.
Yeah, right? Like, yeah. I actually wonder if they said keep the change on a $10 bill, because honestly, I don't even think I would feel right.
I would have, but that might have raised suspicions. I would have just given him the money and called it a day.
Well, I mean, then you could have been smart about it. You could have grabbed like a $2 bracelet or something beside the register and been like, "Here you go, keep the change." That would have been fine. But
no, see, I think what I would have done was I would have said, "Can you do this for like 5?"
Dick.
Yeah, Yeah, I think I still would have Jewed him out of.
Yeah, because in the end, if they just said no, you'd been like, all right, I guess I got to pay it.
I would have bust him.
Hey, yeah, is there any way I can just pay 5 even for it? That's all I got. Like, is that cool?
I got 5. I got a $5 bill and a $10 bill, and I don't want to break it. Give me that jacket over there in this game.
But yeah, so yeah, that happened last week, and I'm not gonna lie, I almost got sick to my stomach when I read the article, because...
You have any idea what part of North Carolina?
No, I couldn't tell you.
Because, like, I used to go to the thrift store here, and they actually did have a decent... I mean, you know, and it's hit or miss. But you go in
always...
and get, like, boxes of fucking NES games still in manuals and books and shit. So.
By the way, he gets hit, and he looks like Mega Man. This game's riveting.
Yeah, this game is fairly boring. It turns out like that's like the baby. You find that out later, but whatever.
Oh my god, you ruined the story for me. Let's quit.
Yeah, right. Yeah, sorry, buddy.
Sorry, bro. You even lift?
This actually is like a kind of a hard part in the game. You have to switch to Barney there because if you're Fred, you get hit by the spikes.
Ah, nice.
It actually took me a little while to figure out like why I was getting hit in those little sections.
It was dickery.
But
the platformer, as generic it is, it doesn't look unfun.
Well, like with the it's actually not like minus the fucking it's like a $500 price tag for the game. It's actually pretty good.
How'd you get it?
I traded some guy a bunch of stuff for it.
Was this part of your big Action 52 trade?
No, that wasn't part of the Cheetahman trade. The Cheetahman trade, I pretty much just like threw the Wii and like a ton of other nonsense at some dude, and he was all for it. So whatever.
These are like useless.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah, you want my Wii? Here, fucker. I don't want it.
Yeah.
I don't even think my Wii's been turned on in 2 years. I can play any game I want. It's hacked. I can do whatever I want. I don't care. Fuck my Wii.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, on another note, the game Cloudberry Kingdom might be coming out pretty soon. That's the game that promises $1,000 to the first person to beat it on the hardest difficulty.
Interesting.
Or even heard of it.
I assume you'll have to have a video.
Oh, so yeah, well, it's gonna be on the Wii U, so I think the first person to actually like register a score on it is gonna get the money.
Gotcha.
I hope that they've done enough, their due diligence to prevent
a debacle like what you just dealt with those assholes on Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, like cheating or whatever.
Woo!
Yeah, that was a close call.
Was tight.
Yeah, here's another section that's kind of difficult.
Good.
You just have to. Yeah, you just have to outrun the ring.
He really does jump and fall like Mega Man. With the
Yeah, the hands out kind of thing.
and it comes back. Those dicks. I bet the power-up is just a trap to get you to die.
Yep, because once you hit it, you don't have enough time to get out of the way. Again, like, the only weird part, like, kind of, not confusing, but, like, inconvenient thing is you have to hit select to change characters.
Yeah.
So when you're hitting B and A to jump and do all sorts of weird stuff, like hitting select is kind of out of the way.
Especially on that old-ass controller.
Yeah.
If your select even still works. Oh, we're not recycling sprites or anything.
Oh yeah, this is the same boss from up in the top of the mountain.
Is that just kind of glitching how he disappears and the fires disappears? Is that just is that from the video or from the game?
It's from the video. It's part of the how the frame rate got recorded.
Gotcha.
On screen it looks normal.
Now, did we figure that out? Can you roll Genesis games now, or
To what?
did we get that codec thing figured out where you can record Genesis games?
Oh no, I can always record Genesis games. Anything on anything that has the red, yellow, and blue,
Oh,
or red, yellow, and white, I can record.
I got an original Genesis and then the Gen 2.
Yeah, I'm thinking about my first Genesis game being the Beavis and Butthead game because
It's terrible.
it's actually. I mean, it's difficult.
What do you do then first off the bat? Because I just played it the other night, and I go to the mall and I don't know what to do, and I go to the high school.
Oh, are you
and I don't know what
serious?
to do, and I
All
don't
right,
know
so.
what to do.
So with Beavis and Butthead, you go to different areas. Like you have to go to the Burger Town place or whatever it's called.
The guy's getting a burger, and I don't know what to do.
But you have to feed him like a poison burger. You have to go to the back. You have to go to the back, and you have to find like a half-eaten burger or something. You have to find a rat, you put it together, and you give him the rat-filled burger.
So it's like the new Leisure Suit Larry, basically, only you fart and burp to attack.
Kind of.
And also, the random attackers are annoying.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll talk about...
Next time.
My first 16-bit game will be Beavis and Butthead, and I'll explain it. It's actually... Well, I remember when I beat the game the first time, I was so excited, because it's actually kind of difficult.
Yeah, it is.
You have to go to the Guar concert. You have to like do all sorts of weird stuff. You have to go couch fishing with some stuff. Daria's in the game if you play the game right. Like she shows up.
Daria's my favorite.
But that's only when you go couch fishing.
All right. Well, this was the Flintstones, though. Very riveting. Very exciting.
Yeah, that happened.
Shane was here, I think.
Yeah, I'm here. Y'all got on Genesis and stuff, and I had nothing to say on that. I never had one.
Word.
But yeah, so that
Real late in life when I didn't have hardly any games for it. So, where the fuck is Wilma and Betty?
don't worry about them.
Yeah, it's kind of a gay fest. It's a kind of a gay jerk off. Yeah, all right. Well, I mean, it didn't look like an awful game. It looked kind of fun.
It was actually kind of fun. Like, like I said, like minus the $500 price tag.
So yeah, nobody had this. You didn't play this. Ha ha ha! Fuck you. Unless your Blockbuster's closing, maybe. There's two closing by my house. Maybe there's one in the back room somewhere on a shelf. Doubt it.
Ours just closed here in town.
Yeah, same here. They're all gone. Alright, so yeah, that's good times.
That's pretty much it. I mean, it's a fun game.
Ryan,
minutes.
Shane, Kevin, World-1.net, Adventures on Channel 3. Presented the Flintstones. Bye.